Hi everybody, Jason Major again for Sweaty Heroes Comic Bargains 32. Too bad it wasn't 52 because we're going to be talking about New 52. And at the time of this release video, Flash the movie is coming up in June 2023. So I'm going to talk about Justice League and about a whole stack of Justice Leagues is what our stack is. So let's look at these. So we got Justice League New 52. This is the Jim Lee era, starting with number 2. Number 1 was not in there, but number 2 was. So number 1 is the key book, but number 2, you can see the condition is actually really nice for something that was. This is all from a quarter bin. This is literally from the dollar bin, that usually $1, but in the quarter bin. And so this first run, it reboots, of course, the Justice League, and with Jim Lee doing the art and Jeff Johns writing the story. And you can see the team, and you can see the team here. And it consists of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, for some reason was on that team. And Green Lantern was on the team. And I would say, for most part, like this story is what influenced the Justice League movie that came out. Whether it was backed by Zack Snyder or by Joss Whedon, it is what influenced it, for sure. The idea of Darkseid being the villain, the idea of Cyborg being on the team. Make no mistake, Jeff Johns is the one who put Cyborg on the Justice League team when he rebooted New 52. These are, then we continue on in this run. We have issue 7. Issue 8, which has Green Arrow. That says Green Arrow, but he has short hair. New 52 was only DC it kind of reboots it, so DC heroes are all younger. Superman has his dumb armor, which I hated. And so I got to read these stories, and I would say they were a lot of fun. I enjoyed them. I'm not a big fan of New 52 and what they did to the characters, but in terms of these as stories that you can find for $1, Ben, I would encourage you. They are very fun. They are old school, like Justice League stories. A lot of fun. I like the artwork. Jim Lee is the only artist on here. There's Jesus Says, I believe is pronounced. Obviously it says Jesus, but I believe it's pronounced Jesus. Ivan Reis is another one. The Throne of Atlantis was a cool story with Aquaman. You got Despero. So we got like the first 20 issues here in this pile. So I would say that like a lot of these Justice League New 52 for $1 were really worth reading, and I enjoyed them. Then we have Justice League Incarnate, which is the multiverse team of the Justice League. This is a cardstock cover, $5.99 US, so it's probably like $8 Canadian. Has Flashpoint Batman in it, and a bunch of other multiverse characters. I would say that this was kind of fun. I would not pay $5.99 for it, but it has, Earth, the alternate Earth Superman. They have Captain Carrot's on the team for some reason. Darkseid against the villain. It was a bit enjoyable. I enjoyed the New 52 better, but this was good for $1. But I wouldn't recommend it for a cover price. Or at cover price, I would say, it's fine. But I didn't enjoy. I wasn't really thrilled enough with that. I'd pay cover price for remaining issues. Here's issue 5. And then we have this great find of Justice League Unlimited, based on the cartoon series Justice League Unlimited. And these are great stories. This one even has the character Zoriel in it, and on a page or two. Let's just look for Zoriel quickly. Right here. Here we go, Zoriel. Zoriel's right there. Zoriel is an angel from heaven, literally, and from the angel Eagle Host of Heaven. He was a character that was created in the Grant Morrison run of JLA back in the 90s, and he never really became super popular or anything after the Grant Morrison run. But during this time, he probably was in JLA, so they put him in Justice League Unlimited. But as a Christian, he's a great character. He is literally an angel from the Eagle Host of Heaven. I love his power set. It's kind of awesome. I'm glad that he was included in this issue. This issue, we have Supergirl fighting Darkseid. It's a cool issue. All these stories that I found were really cool. This one has the golden, the Golden Age Justice Society Flash. In a tale where some kid tells him you're old and you're not the real Flash. That was kind of fun. We have the Detroit team with Vibe and those characters in this one. This one introduces the Freedom Fighters versus the Justice League. So you have Uncle Sam. That's funny. The obscure character Space Cabbie, which I'm sure James Gunn will do something with. Teams up with Superman. That's cool. Wonder Woman teaming up in the Wild West in the past with Jonah Hex and a couple other characters. That was cool. This was really an awesome story of Martian Manhunter fighting Starro, and he flashes back to memories of when he was on Mars and the War of Mars, and him rescuing his family on Mars. This is a really great one-in-one. This is Speedy and Booster Gold. This is an appearance by General Zod, which I don't think made an appearance in the Superman animated series. This is a cool one with a question. I really like this, and it was done in one. Nowadays, this conspiracy that's in this issue of who's replaced who are the 7 alien imposters would probably last like a year in the comic books over multiple issues. No, one issue! It's awesome. Of course, Booster Gold and Blue Beetle's popular team up, and then there's another issue with Gorilla Grodd and the Justice League team. All these Justice League Unlimited stories, actually, I would say are on par or better than the New 52 ones. And these ones, I would pay cover price or more for. I would definitely pay cover price. But these are all in the quarter bin. They're all $1. They're a nice edition. They're really enjoyable. And if you haven't checked out the Justice League cartoon by Bruce Timm and the Justice League Unlimited cartoon that came after, really cool. These fall in that style. There's also the animated comic called Adventures in the DC Universe that came out before the Justice League comic book came out. Justice League animated comic book came out, and I would recommend that one too. They had some great tales set in the animated style. So these are highly recommend. So these are all today recommend. And ironically, Justice League Incarnate, the most expensive title, that's cover price $5.99, is the one I would give a C. So I think that's funny. So those are the great sweaty deals, and I think that, I'll say it, we found some justice today. Take care. Stay sweaty.